My mic's working. Yay. Hey guys, what's up? So let's download it today. What's the difference between the Fool card and the Magician card? You guys know? Fool has more of the Hangman position. Magician is actively creating. But the Fool is considered an empty-headed simpleton. All right. Where is it? In some decks, the Fool is actually like the King's Joker, the guy that just tells jokes and stories in front of the King. If you think about it, the King is kind of this old guy who can't get entertained anymore. He's already got everything, and so the Joker is there to entertain the King because the Joker has traveled far and wide to bring stories from other lands. Who would want to be king of a country or king of anything? The only thing we're ever king of is ourselves. Where's the Fool? I know the Fool's in here somewhere. Oh, the Fool, the Fool. Fool is 0 card and Magician's number 1. So the Fool card is the only card that is above the... This is my favorite card in the deck, obviously. And his clothing is tattered. He's carrying a white rose. He owns nothing but a satchel on his back and his loyal companion, who is more than willing to just jump off a cliff with him, taking leaps of faith with the sun on his back. It's the only card that depicts where the sun's at the back like that, and he's got this like aura. If you get the Fool card, here's the Magician. He's raising a wand, and he's got the infinity symbol above his head. And the cups is standing upright where the sword and the wand is laying down. So he's using his emotional states. He's using his emotions to manipulate his environment. This card also has growth around the bottom of it. If you look at the vines around the top and the bottom. But this is the only thing that's upright on the table, is the cup. The other three, the sword, the pentacles, and the wand, are laying down. So he's using his emotions to manipulate his emotional environment. But he might not be standing in any kind of truth. Right? I mean, the truth is that it's something that the Fool embodies. Purity of heart. And just, completely carefree. This is not a carefree looking spirit. He's one of manipulation and intention. This one is pure unconditional love. And this is the only card that embodies that. And that's what the white rose symbolizes. That's why he's free. She's free. It's kind of an ambidextrous card. And then which leads to faith. Because unconditional love leads to faith. Faith is the instigator. Unconditional love is I don't know. Is faith the multiplier and unconditional love the driving engine? I guess that would be the right way to think about it. So unconditional love enables you to see the entire field for what it is. When you create a judgment in the mind, it creates an energetic block where you can't see the bigger picture of the expansion of what everything's going through. Moving from a worm to something that crawls and has feet to something that flies or can think more cognitively and has more impact on its environment. The more energy and information we move through our systems, the more impact we have on our environment. If you think about it, people have the most impact on our environment. By the way, thanks for watching that YouTube channel. And I'm blabbing away in front of you guys just because I think about these issues all the time. And it's interesting how nobody really ever talks about how our thoughts and emotions manipulate both our bodies and our environment. Anxiety is the first thing that kills the body because your body can't heal when you're in a state of stress. So if you're not grounded in the present, you're worrying about tomorrow or worrying about what happened yesterday or in any kind of guilt or anything like that. You are stressing the body. It's not grounded. So why not ground yourself? So what is it? That's the Fool is the most grounded energy, unconditional love coming from the center of the heart space. It's the only way to really get to the center because anything outside of unconditional love is outside of the center. It's attaching itself to something outside of the field where everything comes from and goes back to the heart. That's the technical analysis. So after we've gone through this technical analysis, how can we apply it to our day-to-day lives? How much coffee can we drink and unconditionally love ourselves for drinking 20 cups of coffee? I don't know. 30 cups of coffee? What's the most coffee you've ever drank in a day? I personally love coffee, but I can't drink it that often because I get like this. What does the field look like today? Let's pull a couple cards. What are you guys going through? What is Spirit telling me that you guys need to know? I mean, other than what I just said, the magician and there's lots of magicians, and the magician always controls the emperor. There's always a magician behind the emperor, and maybe the emperor is a magician, and that's how I got to that position. But a lot of times the emperor is just somebody that just got handed that position because the magician knows that he doesn't want the spotlight put on him. It's just like the Wizard of Oz, the man behind the curtain. I am the great and powerful Oz. Tower. Is it tower time for the magician? Maybe we're letting go of all these wands we're carrying. Tower and the Ten of Wands. Too many burdens. It's not your burden. Wheel of Fortune. Letting go of burdens can lead to the Wheel of Fortune. Sword of Truth. Star. You guys are looking pretty good here. Looks like we're going through a tower moment, getting rid of burdens, and going through the Wheel of Fortune because you're carrying your Sword of Truth, and you are the star. Such a beautiful reading. I don't think we need to pull any more cards than that. We've already talked about enough. And enough, and just enough for one day is enough for any day. Love you guys. I got a firm date on my dad coming home from the hospital. So I'm going to go pick him up on the 24th. Before I leave you today, I would like to ask for your help. I try to help support orphanages, so you can leave a comment in this video if you'd like to support, and I will get a hold of you. Wait, hold on. That's my TV. My monitor blips out. I've got a monitor that like blips out on me all the time. It's super annoying. You can get a hold of me at bcurtis@bcurtis.org. Maybe I'll put I'm not going to do that. bcurtis@bcurtis.org. You can email me if you'd like to help. They are getting kicked off of their property. He texted me the other day. I hadn't talked to him in a while. It's a man that takes care of about over 50 kids in Uganda, and the property owner is kicking them off of their property because he picks up orphans off the street and does his best to see what he can do to take care of them. He works side jobs just to feed him. And so a lot of times he doesn't even ask for money for food because he does all that himself. This guy is amazing. Unfortunately, he can't afford to, you just don't have enough time to buy a piece of property and all this stuff. And he empathizes because the same thing happened to him. He was an orphan on the street and somebody picked him up. So, if you know somebody or either can help or know somebody that has enough influence where they can create a Kickstarter account or something to raise enough money. This channel doesn't see enough people to do that, right? I ask all the time, and this channel is just not big enough. So if you guys know anybody that has the outreach potential or knows how to create something that can provide for these kids for the holidays, at least get them a place to sleep and food in their bellies. I don't think, I don't need much, but you need to be able to make sure that kids can eat and have a place to sleep. I do. I'm no better than anybody else. So, love you guys. Have a beautiful day. And thank you so much for whatever you're doing out there and the love that you're spreading and sharing how love heals the world. And, that's it. And unconditionally loving one another and letting go of any kind of negative thought forms that about ourselves and each other. So, love you guys. Have a good day.